Jewish was a stigma in Russia, in Soviet Russia. The main way that you knew you were Jewish is you had a Jewish last name and you tried to hide that as much as possible.
We were trying to get out in 1980. I lost my job and then my mom lost her job. But I guess the hope was still there.
To say that we were Jews even to our friends in school, it was kind of embarrassing. It's still a trauma, I think, to me. It's still very traumatic.
Here was World War II, millions of Jews died in Europe, and here were these Jews who were being persecuted for their religion.
I think that's how the movement began, was because you could see the faces and you could identify with people. President
Reagan felt this was an important issue, and there was certainly a sense among the leadership of the American Jewish community, inspired by Natan Sharansky, going from community to community and saying we have to have a major rally. In December of 1987, the leader of the Soviet Union is in Washington and going to be meeting with the President of the United States. So there was this sense that, well, maybe we are affecting history. The organizers worried about, what if we get a small turnout? It would be worse than if we hadn't had a rally at all.
All of a sudden, you just saw people coming down the streets, a sea of people with banners and signs for a cause that was so deeply Jewish and so deeply human.
Religious freedom did not emerge just yesterday. Each generation must wage that struggle anew.
If we are beyachad, if we are together, we won't let the light go out. Don't let the light go out.
People like David Harris, Mark Levin, Malcolm Homeline, so many people work to make this happen. We have people in our own synagogue who were part of that. They were the American Jews that were, going to these rallies and supporting people like my parents and my family.
Our community was poor. We came with nothing.
Study and take my boards and had a baby.
And I was so proud of my parents because they'd just gotten a job and they were making $4.25 an hour.
What I remember distinctly is our first Thanksgiving. I opened up the door and there was a guy with a box, okay? And he said, "It's for you." I started crying. I never realized that somebody can just give you stuff for free just to make your holiday to happen.
Every little step that was taken had tremendous consequences.
We came for Vicky, hoping that she's going to get a better life. But we got much better life than we expected.
If you can unite people and look at things in a human way, like we did with Soviet Jews, anything is possible.
I always look around and I see people are doctors and lawyers and doing well for themselves. Sergey Brin, we have inventors of Google.
It's like one of our people, like we call them наши, like ours. Один из наших, one of ours made it to like the very top of the world, basically.
Not only these people made good for themselves. Yes, we live the American dream, but also it's very important not to just realize the success and have a pride in it, but it's also very important to be able to share it with others.
The Soviet Jewry story is a symbol and represents a time that American Jews were able to come together and set our brothers free.
It's very emotional, feeling for me. I think that a lot of my friends, a lot of my relatives, effectively were allowed to be here just because of this march. And it's a feeling of gratitude, it's a feeling of pride because of American Jewish community who came together and demand as a one voice, allow for our brothers and sisters from Soviet Union to join them. I think if we could find capacity and passion, Jews as a nation, as a community, could really fight together, shoulder to shoulder, and unite as a people.